Social stories are an evidence-based strategy used with individuals with autism spectrum disorders. Parents and professionals develop the stories to address a wide variety of topics. There's a lot of confusion about what is and what is not a social story. Here we address the misconceptions by looking at the current definition of social stories and one of the most frequent mistakes made in developing them. The short definition of a social story states that a social story accurately describes a situation, skill, or concept according to 10 defining criteria. These criteria define the characteristics of every social story, as well as the process that is used to research, write, and implement it. The complete definition provides additional detail, stating that the criteria guide story development to ensure a patient and supportive quality, and a format, story voice, and relevant content that is descriptive, meaningful, and physically, socially, and emotionally safe for the intended audience. It is not easy to develop a social story. In my experience, most, if not all, mistakes can be traced back to failure to follow the social story definition. For example, the term development in the definition represents the many processes that parents and professionals are required to follow with each story. Consider a case example. Drew is 10 years old and is having difficulty during lunch in the school cafeteria. His teacher thinks that a social story may help. Before writing, it's important for Drew's teacher to observe in the cafeteria, talk with others who work with Drew, and maybe even talk to Drew himself. Also his parents, and then most of all, consider the situation from Drew's point of view. This helps to identify an effective story topic and its focus. But sometimes the research that precedes every story reveals an alternate solution. In Drew's case, what if his teacher discovers that he is being bullied at lunch? In light of the problem, writing a story about eating lunch in the school cafeteria is irrelevant. What is needed is an intervention that will bring this bullying relationship to a close. If, on the other hand, Drew's teacher discovers that he has difficulty waiting for his turn in the cafeteria line, a social story may be helpful. Omitting the requirement of research prior to a story is failure to write a social story. Story research is a requirement that helps parents and professionals identify solutions, including a story topic with the greatest likelihood of success. In other words, to know if Drew's story is a social story by definition, we need to know how it was developed, how it is written, and how it is presented to Drew. If you would like to learn more about how to research, write, and implement a social story, the most current information is available in the new Social Story book, the revised and expanded 10th anniversary edition published in 2010 by Future Horizons. There you will find a set of 10 tutorials that describe each criterion, including practice activities. It is available from the Gray Center bookstore and other distributors. I describe more about the book in another video on this website. I wish you the very best as you learn more about social stories, and I invite you to join all of us at the Gray Center in our effort to protect the quality and integrity of social stories. Thank you.